Hawaii's luxury real estate industry does not want you to see this video, because the towns I'm about to show you are where the serious money is landing quietly, before the listings hit Zillow, and before the prices jump again. While everyone assumes Hawaii's wealthy all live in Waikiki penthouses, the actual migration is headed in the opposite direction, towards small towns on outer islands and windward coasts, where billionaires buy through shell companies and the transactions never make the public record. We've got a town where one man owns 98% of the island, a surf town where tech founders are buying plantation cottages and converting them into compounds, a coast where 82 ultra-luxury sales cleared $10 million in 4 years without making the news, and a valley so exclusive that the waiting list to buy has a waiting list. If watching the ultra-wealthy play real-life Monopoly on a volcanic archipelago sounds like your kind of content, hit subscribe, because this is the only channel that tracks the money nobody wants you to follow. Let's count it down. Number 12, Waimea. Waimea sits in the green hills of the Big Island's Kohala district at about 2,700 feet elevation, and it feels nothing like the Hawaii you see on postcards. The landscape is rolling ranch land, the air is cool, and Parker Ranch, one of the largest privately owned cattle ranches in America, dominates the town's identity. Luxury buyers here are purchasing multi-acre estates with mountain views, horse facilities, and the kind of privacy that coastal properties can never offer. Waimea is the Hawaii that wealthy people choose when they don't want to be seen on a beach. Number 11, Makawao. Makawao is a former ranch town on the slopes of Haleakala on Maui, and its main street still has hitching posts from the Paniolo era. The galleries, boutiques, and farm-to-table restaurants have drawn a creative class crowd, and behind the storefronts, estate properties on multi-acre lots have been trading quietly in the $3 to $8 million range. Makawao's elevation keeps it cooler than the coast. The views of the Central Valley are extraordinary, and the town's identity as an upcountry artist's colony gives it a cultural credibility that money alone cannot manufacture. Number 10, Kailua. Kailua on Oahu's windward side is where the Obamas vacation, which is the kind of endorsement that no marketing firm could buy. The beachfront estates along Lanikai and Kailua Beach are among the most coveted addresses in the Pacific, and the town itself has walkable shops, excellent restaurants, and a 2-mile stretch of white sand that routinely ranks among the best beaches in America. One beachfront estate on Lanikai recently listed for over $20 million, and these properties move fast because the inventory is almost non-existent. Kailua is not a secret. It is a town where the secret is how few homes are actually available. Number 9, Kilauea. Kilauea sits on Kauai's north shore, and it is the quiet alternative to the better-known Hanalei and Princeville. The town has a historic lighthouse, a farmer's market, and a growing collection of luxury estates on agricultural land where buyers are installing solar systems, growing organic produce, and building compounds designed to be entirely self-sufficient. Kauai's building restrictions, nothing taller than a coconut tree, keep the development pressure low and the exclusivity high. A developer would need to plant a very tall coconut tree to get around those rules, and somebody has probably tried. Number 8, Poipu. Poipu is Kauai's sunny south shore and one of the 2 primary luxury nodes on the island. Resort condos at the Grand Hyatt and Kiahuna developments anchor the market, but the real wealth is in the single-family estates behind the resort corridor, where ocean view properties with private access trade in the $5 to $15 million range. Poipu gets roughly 300 days of sunshine a year, which on an island that also has one of the wettest spots on Earth is a geological miracle. Wealthy buyers pay for the sun. They stay for the fact that Kauai never changes. If you've been watching this far and haven't subscribed, you either already own one of these properties or you're taking very detailed notes. Either way, the top 6 is where the dollar amounts stop making sense. Number 7, Haiku. Haiku is the quiet side of Maui, a former pineapple plantation town on the lush north shore where the lots are large, the jungle grows fast, and the buyers are people who tried Wailea and wanted something with more soul. The road to Hana starts near here, and the properties along the gulches and ridgelines offer ocean views wrapped in tropical forest. Tech founders and entertainment figures have been acquiring land here because it combines Maui's convenience with a level of seclusion that the resort coasts cannot match. Number 6. Kohanaiki. Kohanaiki is a private residential community on the Kona coast of the Big Island, and membership starts with a $250,000 initiation fee before you've even discussed the house. The community includes a Tom Fazio golf course, a private beach club, a surf park, and homes that list between $5 and $30 million. Kohanaiki, along with neighboring Kukio, represents the most exclusive residential real estate in the state of Hawaii, and transactions here rarely appear in public databases. The people who live in Kohanaiki do not want you to know they live in Kohanaiki, which is exactly how you know it belongs on this list. Number 5. Hanalei. Hanalei is one of the most coveted addresses in the Pacific, and one of the hardest to buy into. The valley behind the bay is mostly agricultural preserve, the beach is a perfect crescent, and the number of available homes at any given time can be counted on one hand. Sales above $10 million happen here with regularity, and the town's single-lane bridge acts as a natural traffic filter that keeps the pace slow and the crowds manageable. When I visited, a local told me that the bridge breaks intentionally. I don't think she was joking. Number 4. Lanai City. Lanai City sits in the middle of an island that is 98% owned by Larry Ellison, who bought nearly the entire island in 2012 for a reported $300 million. The Four Seasons operates 2 resorts here, one at Manele Bay and one that recently underwent a $75 million renovation. The town itself is a plantation grid of tin-roofed cottages around Dole Park, and the irony of a tech billionaire owning an island that was once the world's largest pineapple plantation is the kind of detail that a screenwriter would cut for being too on the nose. Lanai is not a real estate market. It is a private island with hotel rooms. Number 3. Kahala. Kahala Avenue on Oahu is sometimes called the Beverly Hills of Hawaii, and only about 60 homes have direct beachfront on this stretch. Properties here have sold for $15 to $30 million, and the buyers include business leaders who want Honolulu's infrastructure with the privacy of an estate neighborhood. The Kahala Hotel has anchored the area since 1964, and the Dolphin Lagoon on its grounds is somehow the second most famous thing on this street after the house prices. Number 2. Makena. Makena is on Maui's south shore, and it is home to the most expensive single-family sale in Maui County history, a $27 million beachfront estate purchased by a tech billionaire. The area surrounding Big Beach and Little Beach remains relatively undeveloped because state park protections and zoning restrictions keep the builders at bay. The luxury here is in the land itself, raw coastline with limited neighbors, in a state where coastline with no neighbors is the rarest commodity that exists. Number 1. The Kohala Coast. The Kohala Coast on the Big Island's west side is the undisputed capital of Hawaii's luxury real estate market, and the numbers prove it. Between 2021 and 2025, Kailua Kona and South Kohala recorded 329 and 242 sales respectively in the $3 to $10 million range, far outpacing Wailea on Maui at 187 and Kahala on Oahu at 161. In the ultra-luxury bracket above 10 million, Kailua Kona dominated with 82 transactions, nearly doubling Wailea's 47. The resort communities of Kukio, Hualalai, and Kohanaiki line this coast, and the buyers are not tourists. They are people building primary and secondary residences with private beach access, championship golf, and the kind of seclusion that the older, more crowded islands can no longer guarantee. One compound recently listed at $49 million. The Big Island offers what the money wants most: space. And in Hawaii, space is the one thing you cannot manufacture. That's the list. 12 Hawaii towns where the wealth is landing before the rest of the world catches on. If this video changed how you think about the islands, subscribe, because next week I'm covering the towns these buyers are pricing out, and that story is the one Hawaii actually needs you to hear. Drop a comment with the town I missed, and I'll see you in the next one.